opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Torrey Taylor, to do the honors. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. That's him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him down right along the 30.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They send a man in motion. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Another carry for him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. This is caught inside the 15. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily. In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Torrey Taylor, to do the honors. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got a man left. And that's good for a gain of 5. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. The give now out of the shotgun. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Throwing now, off play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So now, here's third and goal. They're headed up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on third down. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. that close in the red zone, you know they're upset. You couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Cut out left. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll try and throw it here. Getting out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. And just kind of wait. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 3-3 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Washington calls it 2nd timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. He put everything he had in. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a 2nd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Dumped off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
From the gun on 3rd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 42. It is caught left side. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down. He's on the move. Brought in right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll throw it. Complete here to Bowers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Headed out right. Now here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders looking at 1st and 5. Back-to-back carries here. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things 10-10. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Raider football. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Normally in dime coverage, you do get a little extra time to find and make a throw. Even with fewer guys rushing the pocket that time, they still brought him down before he could ever find a target to throw to.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to go out of bounds up past the 15.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw now. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They'll throw it again. He beams one deep right side. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Commanders break the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it's going to be second down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Second and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. They've got first down from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They go play action on first. He's going deep. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. A pickup there of 39. And the Commanders will have a first.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing now off play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Really Gay there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They've got first down from the 31. Handoff now from the gun. Room to run inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, They played a huge role in that big old run.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And he's in, touchdown. The Raiders cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it 17 all. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop it for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Into traffic, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Here's a handoff off the gut. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And the Raiders get there and take him down. That pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kane, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long for him here. He puts some power on a deep one left. Well, he had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now on 2nd and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Running it now out of the gun. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pass is caught by Addison. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's the give on 3rd and short.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
They're set up at the 35 now. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, Look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Pass play now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Throwing now. Completed over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Looking to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Offense to the line for second down. Setting up to pass. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here he is to throw. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play.
Raiders 23.
It all comes down to this, partner. 30 seconds left down to score. They have to get this football back. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in. just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.